Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am C-Hale and welcome to OVERcomps. In this series, I will pick a random map in Overwatch and, excuse me, give you the best comps possible on this map, in my opinion at least. So I made them up all myself. I think they're good on both offense and defense. So we're starting it off with the defense on numbani. And Doomfist is there. So this is Reinhardt, of course. Great skin and everything, but that's not what this video is about. So the comp on defense I'd recommend for you is Torbjorn, Reaper, Reinhardt, Anna, and Zarya. So I think this comp would be good in both low tiers and high tiers. I don't know. Maybe the Torbjorn not, but yeah, you will understand why I'm pointing that way. So you've got this comp. You've got these heroes. So what you want to do is you want your Reinhardt to be right here on the balcony with your shield. So normally, if you got you're playing versus a good team, they should push right from here on top. So that's where your team needs to be. Your Reinhardt at front, right next to you, your Reaper, Zarya behind you, Lucio next to the Zarya, and here, this is where your Anna needs to be. Now, the reason why I point it that way is because of Torbjorn. Torbjorn should stay there, and yeah, hang on a second. Yeah, so Torbjorn is the only one who may not be there. He has to place his sentry here and stay here as well to defend it. He can stay here, stand here, and throw some armor packs right around the corner. And he doesn't really have to be on his own because you've got the Diana right there. Don't see why there would be a problem. So, okay, back. Okay, so what you should do here, and there are two ways. So mainly the attackers will go this way, but if they would go that way, the only thing you should change, go stay here with your Reinhardt shield, here your Reaper, again your Zarya, who can check there, Lucio maybe now somewhere he can see, and again Anna there, and there has to be your Torbjorn. Now let's say you get overrun and yeah, they captured the point. So this area right here, you might think because of the corner that it is a choke point, but that's not true. It isn't at all. I recommend not going this way, really. What I do recommend is staying here, Reinhardt shield, right behind you, your Zarya and your Lucio. So we've got three left, the Reaper, the Anna and the Torbjorn. Now your Torbjorn has to be there with his turret, standing also right next to it, even finding shelter next to it, or maybe going that way, so we can get the health pack. Diana needs to be right there too. Only a difference with the Torbjorn is the fact that Torbjorn can run away and find shelter. She just gets to jump down and she's behind Reinhardt's shield. The Reaper, however, he has to be up there, and not really up there actually. He has to be up here to flank the enemy team as they come through. This is just about, just keep your barrier on. Sometimes maybe fire strike. Do not engage with your charge. Do not do that. Just make sure you counter them. Maybe if necessary. So you also lose this. Don't worry, it's possible. You can still try to win. Here now, this is not lost yet. I mean, people go crazy when they're here, but I don't think this is actually the main choke point. Now, not this, but I do recommend trying to stay here, but that's actually the main choke points where the attackers get a hold, I guess. So Reinhardt needs to stay right here with his barrier up. Torbjorn and his turret now here. Zarya also here. Lucio here, beats around the corner, shooting with his music box thing, and also here. And the Reaper, he has to get up there, so he gets to flank again, right there. Jump on the enemy team, bam, smack him, and smack him down. Now also, so again you got overrun. Now the guard is still like here, and you got overrun. Well, what you should do is back off if you're not within it. Just do standing, just back off. Here, they managed to push it all the way through here. And you're going out, well, you should all engage at the same time. And you will, most of the time, win since you've got your ults. Spare them, okay? So, you manage to take him out, otherwise they will just cap. Stand with your Reinhardt on the card, make sure it pushes in the wrong direction, so backwards. Your Bastion, no wait, there ain't no Bastion, sorry. Zarya behind your shield, also Lucio behind your shield, Anna behind your shield, and Torbjorn like here or something. Maybe the Anna like right there, so she couldn't be, yeah, she doesn't have to be in the fight, like really. Now the Reaper, he doesn't have to flank all the way back to there and get behind him, no. He should actually help his team by staying right there. Just there, where my fire strike ended, on the wall. Jumping off, if necessary, if not, because it will still do enough damage and headshots if he rains damage from above. So, this is it for the defense, and yeah, if you lose this, you will probably lose the round. So that was it for defense. Let's go to offense. So now we're on offense, and you see I have not changed Reinhardt. That's because he's also in this comp. The comp is Reinhardt, Bastion, yes, Bastion, Genji, Zarya, Anna, and D.Va. Now, before getting overexcited and questioning why Bastion, I'll just explain why. So we've got 6 teammates, okay. So the thing I recommend doing, however I don't know if this is actually good, is splitting. Now I wouldn't recommend this doing every time, but it might be good in this case. I have not checked if this is a good comp, but I would definitely try it, and if it's good, well, then I'm a genius. But so, you split up in 2 groups, Reinhardt and Bastion, and then the other group are Genji, Zarya, Anna, and D.Va. Genji, Zarya, Anna, and D.Va, they do what normal, the normal attacking team would and should do. They go through here, try to force him directly. Also, at the time, they're right here, trying to engage the enemy. Your Reinhardt and Bastion should already be here, launching up his shield, making sure Bastion is behind him, and if the enemy is grouped up all around the control point, then you can damage, yeah, Bastion will just shred them. And if they're like a good team up there, all you have to do is get here and get your Bastion there. They will get forced off because of the D.Va. No, because of, I'm not the D.Va. Because of the team who's pushing right there. They go off, Bastion here, bam. Okay, so you captured the objective. Now what you want to do, just stand on it. Getting the objective points, doing nothing, being AFK, and your Bastion just behind you, also being AFK. The rest of the team should also stay very close. Maybe the Genji can flank this way and everything, or you can just stay there too. That's not something I would do. So normally you would get the payload with ease to here. Now this is not really, with this comp I think this isn't a very difficult one to push, because so remember the defensive comp? Well, we set up there an Ana and a Torbjorn. Now if Bastion goes here and you see there is the Reinhardt, well, Bastion can just ignore the shield and shoot the Ana, the Torbjorn's turret from on the payload, like quite literally. And what just happened? So yeah, I'm sorry, I don't know what happened, but so the Ana and the, okay, let's say the Torbjorn is shut down because of Bastion's damage. The Ana has just managed, or did just not manage, to get down to the Reinhardt, and the Reaper will be right there. Now he might have his ult up, so be cautious with that. That's why you have the D.Va. If the Reaper goes, jumps on the payload and uses his ult, D.Va can just hog block it with her barrier. That's also something she should do. So the Reaper, you might want to target him first if he's done, and this is not what I meant with staying here. You shouldn't stay here when when the payload is here, only when the payload is right there. Otherwise stay in the room, do nothing else. So otherwise target the Reaper first. When you're here, target the Ana and the Torbjorn first, then the Reaper maybe if he's trying to flank, and otherwise the barrier. So I mean the Reinhardt and his crew. So what we next have to do, so we've done that and we've captured the point. We're here. Bastion is again doing quite a lot of damage. Again, the Reaper might have his ult, so D.Va's there to god block it. Now the next thing I want to say is, if this has gone really quick, like the first push, this is the time that Zarya will have her ult. And this is crucial in this fight. Really crucial. Just what I should recommend doing here. So having up your shield, then Zarya needs to black hole here, right there. So the Reinhardt will get sucked in up front. Then our Reinhardt charges in, and the Zarya makes sure the Reinhardt is barriered, if that even is a thing. And then the Torbjorn can, not the Torbjorn, the Bastion can just shred them with his sentry mode or with his ult or anything. Then you, normally if you really get them down right here, you might be actually capable of getting it pushed through here. If that's not, just stay grouped up with your team on the payload, and normally you should win these fights. But if not, okay, so yes, if the payload is there and you got pushed away, so you want to do another push all together. Again, you want to split up, only 3-3 now. So Reinhardt stays here with the Zarya and also there, and also the Bastion also right there. So they're raining damage from downstairs, whatever. Reinhardt does not let go of his shield. Maybe he should. I don't really have a guide to Reinhardt, I'm not really that good at him. But the D.Va, the Ana, and the Genji should flank. So they go this way. Yes, I know there's no healer, but yeah, just accept it, okay? So they can go this way and just shred the enemy team, maybe with some ults. And at the time this is happening, when they're pushing in, this has to be in coordinated teams, so 5 or 6 man stacks or everything. At that moment, you push in as well. Maybe with the Bastion's ult, maybe not. That doesn't really matter. But if you killed the enemy team, you will probably win. So that was my overcomp on numbani. Now tell me what you think about this. Do I have to make more? or not, because they might suck. I'm sorry if it does. That's going to do it for me today. Leave a like if you did, subscribe to stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next one. See Hail, out.